walimu wanapata ajira. Wamesema kwamba watakuwa wanaleta takriban walimu 10,000, 6,000 nadhani katika shule za sekondari, 4,000 katika shule za msingi. Ni njia nzuri ama ni kazi wangepewa? Manake kuna idadi kubwa sana ya watu ambao wamesomea ama watu ambao wamekuwa katika tasnia hino ya ualimu na bado hawajaweza kupata kazi. More than maybe 10 years of internship, and TSC are promising to give them internship for a period of sijui mwezi mingapi.
Nafikiri Obura kwamba hizi ni juhudi za serikali kujaribu kupachika viraka katika nguo yao ya ualimu ambayo wameacha ikazorota kabisa. So I think for me it is not the right way, because at the end of the day, after the internship periods ends, where will these people go? I think we need to look at a bigger picture, at a holistic part of it. We have shortage of teachers in public schools. The other day, Treasury said they will only be hiring in contractual terms people working for the government, and I don't think why it's not being done this way, because at the end of the day, we will not celebrate the kicks of a dying horse or the failures of the system, because for a long time we have had the lack of enough teachers in public schools, and I think it's the right time that although it's you know, we say you cannot go ahead go to the hospital, say you're sick, but the doctor does not go to the root of the problem. You're only giving up prescriptions to heal the fever, and at the end of the day you are not looking what is causing this problem. The problems that we have is we need these graduates being hired either on permanent basis or on contractual basis. The issue of giving internships for a few months and letting them go, where are they supposed to go? Yes, it's not at all. It's not a good move.
So they need to give them contract.
They need to give them long-term contracts, so that at the end of the day, what are you going to do with a 6 months internship, a 9 months internship, a 1 year internship? After the internship, where are you going? Unless they say the schools will eventually absorb them after the internship ends. Yes, but you can't say you are hiring 10,000 Kenyans and then at the end of the day let them go. I think they are also being told they will have to...
And do you think it's a good number? Or we need more than 10,000?
We need more than. At the end of the day, we have around 60 universities. Most of them are graduating around 1,000 teachers graduates every year. So when you calculate the number, the government says there are a shortage of around 12,000 yearly. Every year we need to pump in 12,000 teachers in government schools. So I think
and are we doing that?
We are not.
We are not.
We are not. We are not.
So where are we going wrong?
We are failing, and
are we supposed to blame the TSC?
Of course, TSC is just another government institution. The whole part, I think, will blame the policy makers and us as voters, because we as the people of Kenya, you give the responsibility to your elected member so that you will go and make policy. Eventually, this policy will trickle down and eventually make life bearable and how your living conditions for you. So it's a whole failure, systematic failure of the structure of government, starting from the voters who vote in, the people who allow the corruption to go in place. People are not employed, and then the failures on total of government, the people that are in government. Yeah.
Na bila shaka ni kauli yake mchanganuzi wangu wa leo. Na katika gazeti hili la Daily Nation, katika ukurasa wa kwanza, habari nyingine ambayo inaangaziwa ni after Doha Gold Rush, Tokyo Olympics next target. Bila shaka ni wanariadha wetu hawa ambao wameweza kuangaziwa katika gazeti hili la Daily Nation. Namuona Hellen Obiri ambaye ni mshindi wa mbio za mita 5,000, Beatrice Chepkoech steeplechase bingwa huyu, Ruth Chepngetich aliweza kufanya vizuri katika mbio za masafa marefu, naye Timothy Cheruyot akaweza kuhakikisha kwamba anapata dhahabu katika mbio za mita 1500. Na labda nikupa taswira jinsi ambavyo mambo yapo kule Doha, Qatar. Kenya inashikilia nafasi ya pili ikiwa na medali 11, medali 5 za dhahabu. Haya na mengine mengi ni ndani ya kipindi cha Sanchari ya Michezo, mwendo wa saa 11 saa za Afrika ya Mashariki. Gazeti la The Standard nasema kwamba Raila new powers upset Jubilee MPs. Executive order, politician accused former prime minister of usurping power after he ordered KPA to stop dredging at Likoni Channel. Urge public servant to ignore the directive even if it's writing. Na ni mambo ambayo yamekuwa yakifanyika weekend iliyopita. Tuliweza kumsikia kiongozi huyu wa upinzani ambaye pia ni mwenyekiti wa chama cha ODM Raila Amolo Odinga akiweza kusema kwamba mambo ya sitisho kidogo, hali iweze kuendelea pale, mili iweze kupatikana ya mama na mtoto, shughuli zisitishwe pale feri kidogo.
Najua
lazima simama.
Najua we tend to forget that Raila is the special envoy of the African Union for infrastructure development. And yes, and he spoke with a lot of authority. That meant he must be speaking from a particular position. And you know, this handshake has given him more power than we can imagine. Yes, he has no capacity to direct government programs and activities because he's not in government.
So he gave direction.
But again, he can speak also, and I agree with the Speaker of the National Assembly. He could be speaking from his capacity as the special envoy for African infrastructure, because what he's talking about is about infrastructure. And here we are talking about 2 lives that are in the Indian Ocean, you understand, that we haven't been able to retrieve so far. So again, we read a lot of things from his directive, because again, it is even not Jubilee MPs being upset. It's a section of the MPs.
A section?
Yes, there are those who are okay with it, who have not said anything about it. There are those who have come out, quite frankly, to oppose his directive. But again, he's the special envoy. So in my opinion, he could be, registering his opinion or speaking from a point of authority in respect to the position he holds as the special envoy for infrastructure.
Habari zingine ambazo zimeweza kuangaziwa katika ukurasa wa kwanza wa gazeti hili la The Standard: Mau traders wake up to flattened premises. Cheruyot win gold. Bila shaka ni mambo ambayo yanaendelea kule Doha. Athletics asema kwamba Kenya's Timothy bags men 1500 meters. Ni habari ambayo tumeweza kuiona katika gazeti la Daily Nation. All I want is my wife and my baby to bury. Bila shaka ni John Wambua huyo ambaye ni mhusika ama wale ambao waliweza kupata mkasa ama waliweza kupoteza maisha yao kupitia mkasa wa feri. Alikuwa ni mke wake pamoja na mwanawe. Anasema kwamba yuataka mili aweze kuzika, ama anataka tu mili yao aweze kuzika. PD, People's Daily: health crisis looms as NHIF ministry tussle. Revelation anasema kwamba hospitals owners up in arms over long delays in accreditation of new facilities, while those already in operation complains of slow reimbursement and graft. Na NHIF imekuwa ikikumbwa na sakata mbalimbali. There's a time fedha nyingi sana ziliweza kupoteza katika hazina hino ya serikali ya NHIF. Where are we going wrong?
I think, Obura, one of the main manifestos of Jubilee was universal health care for every Kenyan. I think when they took over, NHIF had already dead. They have tried to resurrect it, but I think when NHIF made the first few steps in the right direction, someone somewhere slept on the job, and I think the intensity or the close eye that the president handled NHIF, I think for a minute he looked somewhere else, and I think that's the problems we are facing from NHIF. It's a pity because almost every Kenyan currently by law is required to enroll with NHIF, but at the same time when you attend these public hospitals, you don't get the services you get probably when you opt to go to a private hospital. So I think eventually it's a pity that the NHIF as an institution and the Ministry of Health are having this disagreement over the lives of Kenyans. People are dying of cancer and people are dying of other very small illnesses. I think in government we should try and have some sense of patriotism where people will put the interest of the country ahead of their own selfish interests.
They put the interest of the country before their own selfish interest. Na katika gazeti la The Star, Raila Mudavadi are in an all-out war. Edu, ni wazi kwamba mambo haya yanashuhudiwa moso in uchaguzi mdogo ambao unaendelea kule Kibera, kampeni zaendelea kule Kibra, and we saw ANC nominating a candidate to vie for the seat, ukizingatia kwamba eneo bunge la Kibra ni ngome ya ODM. Inakuwa kwaje labda tuone ANC, labda Ford, hivi ni vyama ambavyo vipo chini ya mwavuli wa CORD, na ukisikia kuna kwamba labda huyu anatoa mtu wake kuweza kusimama, huyu anatoa mtu wake kuweza kusimama, ishara kwamba mambo si mazuri.
You know, all this started in the Embakasi South by-election, where the nullification of Honorable Mawathe was done after a successful petition by the ODM, Sumra. And because Kalonzo was pleading with ODM not to field a candidate, but ODM went ahead because again Sumra had successfully petitioned, so obviously he was going to be in the ballot unless there was another arrangement to settle him. But again, you see, there has been some visible hostilities in what is almost fading away, called NASA, and Mudavadi and Raila. You know, Raila controls a sizable number of votes in Western Kenya, and Mudavadi feels this guy is in my backyard. But again, it comes down to what is Mudavadi doing in his own backyard. Actually, he doesn't have a proper strategy of winning votes from Raila Odinga in Western Kenya. Given that I'm somebody from Western Kenya, I can confidently say if Raila and Mudavadi went head-on in Western, Raila would trounce Mudavadi in his own backyard, because Raila knows how to woo Western Kenya voters. Mudavadi doesn't know how to take care of his own votes. So that is the difference between Mudavadi and Raila in Western Kenya.
Serikali ya Raila. Ni habari ambazo ni habari ambayo imeweza kuangaziwa katika ukurasa wa kwanza wa gazeti la Taifa Leo. Yakubali kutekeleza agizo la Odinga kuwa uchimbaji mchanga baharini usitishwe kupitisha shughuli ya uopoaji. Shughuli hiyo imeweza kusitishwa baada ya kinara wa chama cha ODM Raila Amolo Odinga kusema kwamba shughuli isitishwe ya uchimbaji ili uopoaji uweze kuendelea kule Likoni Ferry, kaunti ya Mombasa. Tumetumwa na Uhuru kupigia debe ODM Kibra kieleweke. Ndio habari ambazo zimekuwa zikiangaziwa katika magazeti yetu front page. Mtazamaji, nazama kidogo na tukirudi tutakuwa tunaendelea na uchambuzi wa masala ya magazeti yetu ya humu nchini. Usiondoke, manake mambo mengi sana nimeweza kuandalia hivi leo. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Chilea utapata mwana si wako. Kwa majina ni Muhammad Obura na hii ni Sabah Show.
Horizon TV, the beacon for the nation. Rasulullah, Rasulullah.
Akawa Abdul Muttalib ampenda sana Mtume sallam hata kushinda watoto wake. Na Abdul Muttalib, Mtume Muhammad sallam alikuwa ni mjukuu wake. Abu Talib na babake Mtume sallam dimba ndugu, tumbo moja, mama moja, baba moja. Baada ya miaka miwili Abdul Muttalib kufa, alipofika miaka 10 wakaamua kufunga safari kwenda Sham, kwenda kufanya biashara. Faqala rahib, huyu mtoto akifika akionekana dola ya Rum watamuua. Akaamua kurudi kuweza kuishi katika mji wa Makka kwa mara nyingine.
Horizon TV, the beacon for the nation.
Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Chilea utapata mwana si wako. Kwa majina ni Muhammad Obura na hii ni Sabah Show. Wazungu wanakuambia kwamba welcome back, lakini si Waswahili tunaambia kwamba karibu tena ndani ya kipindi cha Active Jumatatu, moja kwa moja kutoka katikati mwa jiji kuu la Nairobi, ndani ya msikiti wa Jamia. Na acha tuzame ndani ya magazeti yetu tuweze kuona ni mambo yepi ambayo yamekuwa yakiangaziwa, na tukianza na gazeti la Daily Nation ukurasa wa pili, habari ambayo inaangazia inasema kwamba inside the Mau Mau Museum the public can learn about the cost of freedom and see artifacts from the era such as guns. Bila shaka ni nitasema kama ni tamaduni, manake ni mambo ambayo ni ya kitambo. Wazenda kuna jinsi ambavyo labda watu walikuwa wanafanya mambo kitambo, miaka ya zamani sana. Wadhani kwamba Wakenya tunafaa kuzuru baadhi ya sehemu kama vile museum ili kuweza kuona ni mambo yepi ambayo yako pale.
I'll tell you for a fact that Obura, I'm a grandson of a Mau Mau freedom fighter. My late grandfather, Ntokirera, unfortunately, I never came to see him. He was killed by the colonial government on the slopes of Mount Kenya, and he died there, never to be buried. And I think these are the stories that we need to tell for us to know where we come from, where we are, and where we are going as a country. It's very important. I think this is the kind of history that should be taught in schools, not the history of white people, the likes of Vasco da Gama. It's unfortunate the people who gave us the freedom we experience right now were lost somewhere in history. We never get to learn of them. We never have a memorial highlighting their names and the heroic deeds that they did. And I think this is the right step to go. I think there is also a phrase in Swahili that says if you forget your culture and your roots, you forget yourself. You're no longer a person. And I think as a country we are going wrong in some aspects. Yeah, mkata mila mtumwa huyo. And I think we are getting wrong in some aspects as a country, because we've forgotten our history. We've forgotten how we got this independence. We've forgotten that there are people who sacrificed their lives. The likes of, let's say, my mother grew up without her father, so that she will enjoy this freedom that we have. But if you sat down and ask her, what did she gain after her father died in the forest? I don't think she will have very good things to tell you of that. And I think it's up to us as the young people, as the people who have benefited for the great deeds that those men and women did in the forest, so that we will appreciate them and we will not let their blood just run in vain. Yeah.
Bila shaka ni kauli yake Mtwiri huyo. Na katika ukurasa wa 3 wa gazeti hili la Daily Nation, habari ambayo imeangaziwa ni team the Golden Boy, come the hour, come the champion. Bila shaka ni Timothy Cheruiyot huyu ambaye ni mshindi wa dhahabu katika mbio za mita 1500. Ni mashindano haya ni mashindano haya yanaendelea kule Doha, na Kenya inaendelea kufanya vizuri sana, hasa katika mbio za masafa marefu. Na kwa sasa hivi washazoa takriban medali 11, medali 5 zikiwa ni zile za dhahabu. Na ukurasa 29 wa gazeti hili la Daily Nation yasema kwamba counties expenditure increases by 41 billion in a year. Hii ni kutokana na habari ambazo zilitoka mwezi wa June. Wadhani kwamba fedha zinatumiwa vibaya sana na majimbo yetu? Edu, kabla ya kuja kwako Mtwiri.
Well, unajua kwamba ukiangalia katika the Public Finance Management Act, nasema kwamba 30% of all budget, of the total budget, should be allocated to development, and this has
30%.
Yes,
should be allocated to development.
Yes, and many counties haven't been doing this, and again they call for more money, but again they can't justify for the little they have. But you know, in this country, mismanagement of public resources is never a new thing. You see, the government always allocates money, but again, some servants somewhere end up misappropriating the money and wasting the taxpayers' effort. But again, we really must ask ourselves as a nation what we want to do with our revenues that have been collected and earned so hard by the taxpayers, because it's not just about increasing the shareable revenue, but it's about what we do with these allocated sums of money, so that again we maximize on the little that we have to ensure that we bridge our budgetary deficit and ensure our debts are serviced, so that we free our GDP of the public debt burden. Because again, you know, debt burden inhibits the productivity of a country. And when you talk about hurdles in terms of productivity, we are looking at a stalling economy. And when it stalls, that means we can't have jobs. That means raising revenue becomes a problem. That means financing, debts becomes difficult. But again, all said and done, we must put our governors to task and let them be prudent in the management of these resources.
Mtwiri,
yeah.
Page 19 of the Standard. Patients feel pain as health workers resume their strike, and this is in Kisumu County. What is not going on
Yeah, the main problem when you discuss these stories is that the constitution says healthcare is a devolved function, but still it's unfortunate that the national government retains the Ministry of Health in pretense it's because of the public health that the national government should be in charge of. And I think that's one of the biggest scams that the Jubilee as administration is running to and conning Kenyans. It's unfortunate that 90% of the health budget is retained by the Ministry of Health, and it's not dispersed to the county governments. Governors are struggling to pay these nurses, to provide equipment to these nurses, to provide medicines to these to these hospitals. And I think the national government should try and be genuine with Kenyans and also look at what is good for the greater health. Should we retain the Ministry of Health in pretense of public health, retain most of the budget, or should we just disperse this money so that it will be up to counties providing health to the citizens? And I think in any government, when you have a healthy citizenry, you will have a healthy workforce. It will be good for the economy of the country, and even you will be able to get a good workforce. But I think this is what it's probably a conspiracy of the Jubilee administration to keep a sick citizenry so that they will have control over them. Yes.
Okay. On page 6 of the, or rather page 6 of Taifa Leo, sema kwamba waapa kuendeleza mgomo wa kupinga SGR. Alafu chini yake shoka la magoha, shule 147 zafungwa maeneo ya Pwani. So kwamba serikali imefunga shule 147 za msingi na sekondari za kibinafsi kwa jumla kufikia sasa katika maeneo ya Pwani, huku walimu wasiofuzu na wamiliki wa shule hizo kukamatwa kwa kuhatarisha maisha ya wanafunzi. Edu, more than 147 schools closed, private schools closed at the coastal region. Na wanafunzi wamesema kwamba wako hatarini, manake kuna baadhi ya walimu ambao hawajahitimu. Serikali inachukua mkondo wake. Wadhani kwamba crackdown hii inafaa iendelee katika maeneo yote humu nchini, na shule ambazo labda hazijahitimu ama hazijafikia zile standard ambazo zahitajika ziweze kufutiliwa mbali?
Yeah, najua kuna waungwana huku nje wenye wanatengeneza structures duni ambazo zinahatarisha maisha ya watoto wetu, na huo ufunguaji wa shule uko sawa kisheria, kwa maana you cannot put up a loose structure and hope that the kids will learn from that structure safely, because again we remember what happened. In fact, we haven't forgotten what just happened here in Nairobi, the collapse of the school, because now we want to see, toka tuone ya kwamba wale wangwana ambao wanatengeneza zile shule na miundo misingi duni ambayo haizingatii kanuni na taratibu ambazo zimewekwa ili ku make sure kwamba majengo ambayo yanajengwa yanafikia viwango vya National Construction Authority. Hawa wangwana tunataka sheria iweze kuwakata, ndio wajue ya kwamba hii ni maisha ya Wakenya ambao wanajaribu kucheza na, because tunajua mbinu yao is very simple, is to maximize on profit, and that means at the expense of the lives of our children. So we need to get such unscrupulous people and put them behind bars, put them in jail, so that they understand huwezi joke na maisha ya watoto wetu, kwa sababu wakati hawa watoto wanaaga, hii ni productivity, innovation, creativity ambayo tunapoteza kama nchi. Na sisi hatutaki kupoteza mtu yeyote katika hii nchi. Tunajua kifo kiko, lakini sasa vile vifo ambavyo vyaweza kuepukika lazima tuviepushe. Na kama yes, vile tunaweza zuia lazima tuzuie. Vile vya Maulana hiyo ni yake. So tunataka ya kwamba mtu akijaribu akijenga shule aweze kuzingatia kanuni za ujenzi, ndio masomo iweze kuwa sawa sawa, ndio watoto wakae madarasani bila kuwa na wasiwasi yoyote. Hawana wasiwasi, shule itaporomoka, kwa sababu unajua hii nchi kuna hii hulka ya watu kutengeneza vitu duni hapa na pale, wanaharibu mambo, na sisi tunawaambia kwamba sisi tutawapata, na hii Kenya hatuwezi kubali tena mtu kucheza na maisha ya Mkenya.
Bila shaka ni hulka ambayo imekuwa ikitumika. Bila shaka shukrani sana kwa kuweza kutumia lugha adhimu ya Kiswahili kuweza kuelezea hali hino ya shule 147 kufungwa kule maeneo Pwani. Na mbona tuangoja, ama mbona serikali inasubiri mkasa uweze kufanyika ndiposa iweze kuchukua hatua kama hizi? Baada ya shule kuporomoka, mambo kama haya tunashuhudia. Mambo ambayo yanafaa kufanyika mapema tuweze kuzuia haya matukio kuweza kutokea.
The state of government, and I think the nature of Kenyans as a whole, we react eventually at the last minute. We have guidelines that put in place how government buildings are built, how schools should be built. The doors should open from the outside, not from the inside, in case of a fire. The existence of fire station, fire extinguisher, and that kind of a thing. It's lack of enforcement from government officers. People are
lack of enforcement
in government officers. People are sleeping in their offices. They are eating money. All those education officers, if you look at them, they only have very large stomachs because they are there eating government money, and they are not in the field to enforce what is rightful to them. That's the problem we have as a country. Probably we just go out, any public officer with that large stomach is because he's just in this office. He should be out there enforcing the regulations of the government. But are they doing so? No, they are not. Yeah.
Bila shaka ni kauli yake Mtwiri unena. Kwa kauli hiyo na zama kidogo, na nikiibuka nitakuwa namalizia uchambuzi wa magazeti, alafu baadaye mwendo wa saa 3 tutakuwa tunazungumzia matayarisho ya mtihani wa darasa la 8 kwa wanafunzi wa darasa la 8. Makinika nasi. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Chilea utapata mwana si wako. Kwa majina ni Muhammad Obura na hii ni Sabah Show.
Horizon TV, the beacon for the nation.
تبارك الذي نزل الفرقان على عبده ليكون للعالمين نذيرا.
Ni kitabu kitukufu.
Qur'ani ni kitabu ambacho cha miujiza
kilichoteremshwa kwa mpangilio.
Hazikuletwa harufu hizi za mkato moja kwa moja.
Hakuna mfano wake.
Na hamwezi nyinyi Makureishi kuwa ni wenye kutunga kitabu kama hiki, ingawa zimetumia harufu zile ambazo zimezitumia katika kuandika au katika kusema.
Miujiza yake Al-Malik.
Mwenyezi Mungu ana uwezo usiokuwa na kifano.
Ni malengo ya Qur'an.
Khazain zote za ardhi na samawati ziko mikononi mwake.
Sheikh Muhammad Badamana na uchambuzi wa Qur'an kwa undani kila Alhamisi saa 3 usiku kwenye Horizon TV.
Wake up to exciting mornings every day. Active Jumatatu with Muhammad Obura. Tech Tuesday with Yusuf Farah. Wednesday, the special edition Business Chat with Ibtisam Jamal. All about your health on Healthy Thursdays with Mariam Mwacharo. Aisha Khan with thorny pertinent issues every Friday on the Round Table. Fresh discussions, direct probes in Sabah Show only on Horizon TV.
Horizon TV, the beacon for the nation.
Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Chilea utapata mwana si wako. Kwa majina ni Muhammad Obura na hii ni Sabah Show. Kuna jamaa ananitumia ujumbe ananiambia kwamba jana alikuwa anaona mechi kati ya Bandari na Sofapaka katika uwanja wa Machakos, lakini timu ya Bandari waliweza kupoteza mechi hiyo kwa magoli 2-1, na goli lake Wycliffe Ochomo liliweza kukataliwa, na jambo ambalo lilifurahisha ni kwamba mpuliza kipenga ama maamuzi wakati alienda kushauriana na Wycliffe Ochomo kumuuliza kama alifunga ule mpira na mkono ama alifunga ule mpira kutumia kifua chake. Haya na mengine mengi ni mwendo wa saa 11 katika ukurasa wa 5 wa gazeti la The Star. Habari ambayo inaangaziwa kwamba how Jubilee blew billions on non-essentials. Tutakuwa tunaona jinsi ambavyo mambo yanafanyika. Na katika ukurasa wa pili, Jubilee functions clash in Kibra over Imran Mariga. Bila shaka ni kampeni ambazo zimekuwa zikishuhudiwa. Mariga yuko kule, Imran, kila mtu anajaribu kutafuta tiketi ama anajaribu kutafuta kura kwa wananchi hawa. Tutarajie nini katika uchaguzi huu mdogo wa Kibra ambao una mahanjam ya aina yake? Tumeona NASA wakiweza kutoa candidates wengi sana. Maana unajua kwamba NASA kuna ANC, kuna Ford pale, kuna ODM wana mtu, ANC wana mtu, Jubilee wana mtu. Ishara kwamba kinyang'anyiro hichi ni hatari sana.
Najua hii ni ngome ya Raila Odinga na Jubilee wana mwaniaji ambaye ni McDonald Mariga. Ninaweza sema a section of Jubilee has their
a section of Jubilee ambao wako affiliated to William Ruto.
Seen to be yes, in the deputy president's camp. Yet there is another section of Jubilee seen to support the president and the handshake between the president and Raila.
Haya mambo yako wazi.
Yes,
ama tetesi tu ambazo
yako wazi. But again,
look at kuna timu tanga na kieleweke.
But again, in Kibra, you see, in my opinion,
in your own opinion,
in my opinion, with all due honesty, and with all due respect to all the candidates, I think this thing is for Imran to lose, because first of all, the people there have, I think, immense and great respect for Raila Odinga, and that is the bedrock of ODM, and it would come as a surprise to me if ODM lost.
Now, ulisema kwamba ODM can lose anywhere, including in Kisumu, but not in Kibra.
You see, this Kibra, to me, I see it as a one-on-one ticket for ODM, because again, you know, we also look at the intensity of the candidates campaigning, and you would not really know if it is Mariga running, because he's eclipsed by the MPs who are campaigning for him. I think
the likes of Korir.
Yes, he has.
Langata MP.
He's not a very good public speaker, so you feel he's being eclipsed.
He was
a little bit.
Good footballer.
Yes, a good footballer. He speaks with his feet, but less with his mouth, which is a great undoing in terms of politics, because you must be very smart in terms of convincing people, telling them your agenda, and showing them the vision that you have. But he has
the likes of Korir.
They are not the ones running. It is Mariga who is running. It comes down to
you
as
speak
a
on his
person.
behalf.
But again, will they perform on his behalf? It comes down to you as a person, your ability to propose. Yes, one might not really be a good public speaker, but
he will perform.
But again,
but they are speaking on his behalf.
We don't dispute the fact. I don't dispute the fact that he can perform greatly and immensely, or do exemplarily well. But again, it comes down to you as a person. Are you able to convince me? If one-on-one, are you able to paint a picture of what you want to do if I give you my vote? It comes down to that, because again, times of clamor and hype are really going away, and people are looking at what are you able to do, what is your ability. So if it comes to that, and then I think it's more of Imran to lose.
More of Imran to lose.
Yeah.
Na Mtwiri, I've been wondering, kwa mfano, si ndio, mpo katika chama kimoja, ishara kwamba you have same goals. So inakuwaje kwa mfano sisi sote hivi tupo katika mwavuli mmoja, unaona, mimi na chama changu na chama chake na chama chake, tupo katika mwavuli mmoja, ishara kwamba mambo yetu ni sawa, si ndio? We have same ideologies. That's why we came together. Same thing happened with NASA. We have ANC, we have Ford Kenya, we have ODM. All of them have representative in Kibra. Is anything wrong in the camp?
I think the question is, why are there leaders in Jubilee defecting and out publicly supporting an ODM candidate and not one of their party? Elected members
should have NASA nominated only one candidate.
Let me finish up with Jubilee. The Jubilee should whip their members because they are in the party. It's the party that put them in those elected positions. They should support them, and if they do not support the ideology of Jubilee, they should quit, go back to the citizenry, their constituents, and ask them to be voted again in another party. That being said, Jubilee was a merge mainly because of TNA and URP. We have seen the sections of members who will be affiliated with TNA and URP. We have Jubilee A, we have Jubilee B. If Jubilee and eventually the race of Kibra will determine probably the BBI report and the 2022 elections. NASA is a failed coalition. NASA was Raila Amolo Odinga when Raila probably went and did the handshake and forgot the other NASA principles. That was the eventual death of NASA. So there is no longer any NASA anymore. And eventually, at the end of the day, the person the party that will win the seat in Kibra, they will be able to wield a lot of power when it comes to the BBI and the 2022 elections. If Jubilee will win with Mariga, Ruto will have a lot of credit and to discredit Raila Odinga. He will be all over saying, mtu akitendawili, I defeated him in his home. If Musalia Mudavadi wins in Kibra, he will go back and consolidate the Western vote and probably ask the Luo community to support them, because the Luya community have always supported them. If Wetangula wins, he will be able to consolidate the Western vote, and I think that will be the eventual death of Mudavadi. If anyone who will, the party that will win in Kibra will determine the political discourse that we will have heading to 2022.
Edu, ni siasa hizi za Kibra, then kwamba ni ubabe kati ya aliyekuwa waziri mkuu wa zamani Raila Amolo Odinga pamoja na naibu rais wa sasa hivi Daktari William Samoei Arap Ruto.
Hivyo ndio inaonekana ya kwamba Ruto anaingia Kibra kupitia Mariga, na Imran anaonekana candidate wa handshake. So si uso wa Raila tu kwa Imran, ni uso wa Raila na handshake yake na Uhuru. Umeona mtu kama Maina Kamanda aliyekuwa mbunge wa Dagoretti South pia alikuwa huko jana, na they have been invoking the president's name. You know, you should not invoke the president's name in vain, because why are you mentioning the president too much for nothing? Again, you see, heading into 2020, all this is momentum building for 2022, because look at it. The deputy president is seen as a candidate for 2022 elections, and Raila Odinga is being mooted to run in the 2022 elections. Mudavadi has been out clearly saying, I'll be in the ballot come 2022. Moses Wetangula, we even don't want to talk about his case because he's not yet there. So, election in Kibra is going to be a yardstick for some, but for Odinga, it's a normal victory because the seat was his. And I do not think it will happen as it happened. But this one, I really, yeah, I know it can happen, but I really don't think it can happen like the case of David Ochieng. That one was very different. David Ochieng was rigged out. David Ochieng was on the ground. He was with the people.
Was rigged out.
Yes, that guy was a performer, and he is a performer. He was with the people. So his case is fundamentally different. We cannot compare it with what is happening in Kibra. And again, Imran Okoth has been there with his brother, the late, God rest his soul in peace. He has been there with, serving the people. So the people there are not new to him. If Jubilee, for instance, in my thinking, could have picked on somebody like Eliud Owalo, I would be a very worried man. But right now,
ANC picked Eliud Owalo.
ANC picked Eliud Owalo. That is ANC. Again, it comes down to Mudavadi Raila.
No. Owalo. Mtu ale imagine kwamba anatoka ODM.
Things do happen. You know, politics, I support you only to the extent that it serves my interest. When my interest is no longer served, I have no business hanging out with you. Because, again, a God that cannot provide for his people risks abandonment, because you can't hang on to a God that is not able to provide. You must go to that who is providing. So if my interest is well sorted and catered in Jubilee as a person, then I'll stick in Jubilee. But again, if I hit a dead end and understand that I can no longer get milk from this cow, then I have to look for another cow or get a greener pasture and put there my cow so that it starts to produce. It depends with which angle I approach the issue. But again, in 2022, the deputy president has been outright in terms of opposing the clamor for constitutional change, because he wants the constitution to remain as it is. But again, Raila Odinga says, look, we need a parliamentary system. A system where it is all-encompassing, a system that puts all the people in the system so that even if somebody comes second, there is not that much animosity as to who has lost and how they have lost. Because in the end, you get to land somewhere. But again, look at it. Right now, the runners-up goes home. That causes some sort of tension. That causes some sort of bitterness. You understand?
So what's the take on that?
Because again,
what's supposed to be done then? This is a democratic country.
It might not necessarily.
If you lose, you just go home.
But again, look, we are looking.
This is democracy.
We are talking of somebody with 6 million votes plus. You cannot just let this guy go idle around there.
What is democracy?
But again, you see, this is Kenya. You understand? Democracy, this is a foreign concept that was put on us. You understand? This is not an African concept.
It's working on us.
It is not an African concept. You see,
and it's working on us.
18 months after independence, there was the session of paper number 10 that proposed African socialism as an Africanization. You understand?
That's a topic of discussion. We need to look for time to discuss that issue or that matter in depth. Long-serving inmates to be freed to decongest prisons. Mnene, wasema kwamba kama unajua kwamba umekula kula marage kule Kamiti kwa muda mrefu, basi utakuwa unatolewa kuweza to create space for other inmates waweze kuingia pale ndani. Isema kwamba hatuna jeda za kutosha katika taifa la Kenya.
Apart from going to the misjudgments that have happened in the judiciary,
as we wind up, yes, we have less than 1 minute.
Nafikiri haya ni makosa kufungua wao waliofungwa huko jela. Wezi wataongezeka sana hii Nairobi. It will be unbearable.
Wezi wataongezeka sana hii Nairobi.
The people that have been jailed because of these core crimes of murder and assault and robbery with violence, they should not serve their term to the fullest, and they are there to be rehabilitated. I don't think they have been rehabilitated enough. The government is just trying to free them for the sake of freeing them. Yes, they have not been rehabilitated enough, Obura.
They've been there for so long.
There is no
maybe they've reformed.
There is no there is no rehabilitations in the Kenyan prison system. They are just there taught out to be either a mercenary or a competitor. There is no rehabilitation, holistic rehabilitation. The other thing of the people we are opening more cells for are these young people who are jobless, just doing petty crimes, stealing phones, stealing money. They need jobs. These petty crimes will go down, and the core crimes, let them rot in jail.
Tushamaliza hivyo. Hedu. Sema shukrani sana kwa kuweza kutumia lugha
sana Obura. Yes.
Sawa.
Haya.
Naambiwa kwamba wageni wangu washafika. Mwalimu Nyambeka pamoja na Abubakar Zalwa tayari kuzungumzia masala ya kuzungumzia matayarisho ya mtihani wa darasa la 8. Acha niwawahi, baada ya dakika za kuhesabu nitakuwa naongea nao hapo. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Chilea utapata mwana si wako. Kwa majina ni Muhammad Obura na hii ni Sabah Show.
Horizon TV, the beacon for the nation.
تبارك الذي نزل الفرقان على عبده ليكون للعالمين نذيرا.
Ni kitabu kitukufu.
Qur'ani ni kitabu ambacho cha miujiza
kilichoteremshwa kwa mpangilio.
Hazikuletwa harufu hizi za mkato moja kwa moja.
Hakuna mfano wake.
Na hamwezi nyinyi Makureishi kuwa ni wenye kutunga kitabu kama hiki, ingawa zimetumia harufu zile ambazo zimezitumia katika kuandika au katika